Over the past 25 years, Colonial Motors has connected countless Delawareans with pre-owned cars to satisfy every purpose and budget. Find your next vehicle at one of 3 convenient locations or browse their vast inventory online at colonialmotorsinc.com.
Bridges have connected people for centuries. When it comes to helping small businesses build bridges with the people they serve, there's a new gold standard. 412 Communications offers a uniquely comprehensive array of media solutions, including writing and editing services, web and graphic design, social media management, multimedia production, consultation, and more to help your brand establish and maintain strong, lasting connections with your clientele. Learn more at 412communications.com.
The future of Delaware hockey is here. First State Ice Hockey is committed to growing the game, raising the bar, and building better, more complete youth hockey players in and around Delaware. Join the movement of one state, one goal at firststateicehockey.com.
Good morning, dear friends. Welcome into another edition of Delaware Hockey Night TV, presented by Heather A. Long, partner of Kimmel Carter, your Delaware injury lawyers. Coming up on this Saturday morning from Gold Arena, the Princeton Tigers taking on the Delaware Junior Blue Hens in this 10U Silver Division Eastern Junior Elite Prospects League matchup. First of two games on our youth doubleheader to kick things off today. It'll be followed up by a 14 single A division matchup between Delaware and Genesis in DVHL competition. That's slated for 1 o'clock. Delaware Hockey Night, as always, brought to you by Heather A. Long, partner of Kimmel Carter, your Delaware injury lawyers. Heather specializes in personal injury and workers' compensation cases and is available for consultation at 302-565-6132. That's 302-565-6132. Without further ado, we're going to take you inside the glass for opening introductions. Good morning, fans, and welcome to Gold Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware. The Eastern Junior Elite Prospects League presents this regular season 10U Silver Division matchup between the visiting Princeton Tigers and your Delaware Junior Blue Hens. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please direct your attention to the American flag located behind the Princeton goal. While we wait for the team conferences to break up, we'll introduce the officials for this morning's game. They are Josh Green and Austin Himmelberger. Now we ask you direct your attention to the American flag located behind the Princeton goal as we honor the United States of America and those who defend this nation with the Star-Spangled Banner. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Delaware in their home whites, traveling right to left in period number one, will be backstopped this morning by Noah Lecomte. On the Princeton side of the red line, black and orange, the color scheme of the Tigers, Alexander Longo. getting the nod between the pipes. And as we mentioned during pregame, it will be Austin Himmelberger with the opening faceoff. His partner in the stripes, Josh Green. First period action brought to you by First State Ice Hockey, committed to building the next generation of youth hockey players under the philosophy of one state, one goal. Learn more about their classes, their clinics, their growing summer program by visiting firststateicehockey.com. Off we go at Gold Arena. This puck batted by Ryan McCory as far as the Princeton blue line. Recovered in the Tigers zone by Batcha. And now lumbering up the middle was Sebastian Smith, stripped of the puck right at center. It's turned back as far as the Princeton line where Britton Whitehouse advances it up the left wing boards. And the Tigers lumber in over the Delaware blue line. Centering pass evades the reach of William Kramer. This puck ending up in the far corner of the Delaware zone as we try to give you a little bit more of the picture. The light emanating off the glass, maybe directing the robot to move back towards center. Meanwhile, what we can tell you at the left point was Britton Whitehouse worked to maintain the zone for Princeton, and now this puck walked back in up the middle. It was dumped in by Snyder, held by Batcha at the near point. Whitehouse maintaining territory for Princeton, rolling this puck in low. Arav Parmar clears it back to center, and it's recovered at the Princeton blue line. Another cleared puck. Heading back up ice. McCory got tripped up chasing this puck down. Parmar tries to push it in deeper. The shot from Adeline Brockwell was off its intended target. The Princeton entry remained onside. This puck dumped in by Batcha. Recovered by the Blue Hens. Advanced by McCory up the near side. And a shot from close range. Caught and held by Alexander Longo. Attacking zone draw for Delaware. Another shot, this coming from the far point, and Chase Bolin. Rebound contested in the near corner. Puck steadied behind the cage by Oluwaka Thamomi Akinyanmi. 10-syllable name for number 3 in Princeton black and orange. Jack Gelb holds the point. Darmstadt throws the puck toward the slot, but a sea of black and orange sweaters awaited him there. A Blue Hen surrounded by Tigers. Make of it what you will. 3.5 minutes into the first period. 2 shots, both off Delaware's sticks. There is no score. Zone is cleared. And this will come back an icing with 11:12 to go in the first period. And no score to be had. Face off to the left of Longo. Zone held by Kurtz. Puck chased by Parmar into the near corner. It's loose in front. The backhand chance from McCory missed the far post. Now the Tigers clear. Headman pass up the middle from Merce. Connected with Smith. Back to the Princeton blue line, play continues. In comes McCory again. His shot from 35 feet was wide. McCory again taking aim from close. To no avail here. Aubrey Darmstadt holds the left point, wobbles a shot in. And this will be covered up by Alexander Longo for save number 4 on as many shots faced to this point. Delaware Hockey Night is presented by Heather A. Long, partner of Kimmel Carter, your Delaware injury lawyers. Heather specializes in personal injury and workers' compensation cases and is available for consultation at 302-565-6132. Zone cleared, puck recovered briefly by Delaware's Chase Bolin. On play goes into the Delaware zone as William Kramer tries to throw the puck into the slot. It's pushed out by Vincent Treadle. And here comes Gelb into a 1-on-2 the other way for the Hens. Gelb shot, held on to again. With 9:05 to go in the first period by Alexander Longo. Face off to Longo's left. Treadle towering over Akinyanmi at the far half wall. Could not keep the puck in, however, deeper in the zone, Chase Bolin slaps it behind the Princeton goal. Traffic net front, this puck is almost cleared up the middle, held in center point by Gelb. Follow-up shot on the doorstep. Scarborough could not connect. The tripod had a momentary shake. As cheering in the press box ensued. Here's Scarborough. Shot wide, off the breakaway, couldn't connect from point-blank range. Zone is cleared. Gelb recovers at the Delaware blue line. And play is whistled offside with 7:54 to go in the first period. Planning for retirement doesn't just happen overnight. For 35 years, Limestone Pension Associates has helped small businesses across America craft and administer pension plans for their workforces. Learn more at limestonepension.net. Seven and a half minutes to go in the first period of a 0-0 hockey game. Aubrey Darmstadt tries to lead the re-entry into the Princeton zone. She'll do it again up the middle. Smith intercepts, walks back in over the Delaware blue line. Long shot first from the Tigers today. Shoveled aside by Noah Lecomte. Opposite point maintained briefly by Moreira. Our PTZ control a little bit finicky this morning. Batcha center point. Tries to line up a shot, but it was intercepted. Batcha holding the near half wall. McCory can't backhand the puck through traffic. He tries to loft it. Smith maintaining the right point for Princeton. Caroms this in behind the Delaware goal. And it's played out the opposite side by Darmstadt, but held in. Whitehouse protecting the left point. At least attempted to momentarily before the Hens won that battle ultimately. And back behind the Princeton goal to recover is Kate Batcha. Breakout pass intercepted by McCory. Darmstadt could not hold the zone. Re-entry was led by Kurtz. Parmar maintains. Weston Darmstadt throws the puck off the backboards. Tigers recover from deep. This is wobbled clear. Corralled by Darmstadt. Lofted in, but only after everybody tagged up for an onside entry. And a D-zone turnover led McCory to try to set Parmar up on a centering pass, but to no further avail. Gelb again maintains the left point, rolls the puck in low. Parmar pursues Batcha. Weston Darmstadt bodied down, trying to maintain the Delaware attack. Holding the zone high again was McCory, but only briefly so. Before the puck is lofted back into the Delaware zone, and the Hens again prepare to re-enter. This will be called offside with 4:49 to go in period number one of a 0-0 hockey game. Make a truly all-American meal the centerpiece of your next team event or special occasion. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in nearby Claymont, Delaware offers pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken on a daily basis, along with a variety of sauces and sides sure to please any appetite. Visit Sid's at Suite C26 in the Tri-State Industrial Center on Ridge Road in Claymont, open Monday through Saturday for takeaway lunch or to place a catering order. Visit sidsbbqandjerky.com. Cash Scarborough accelerating in on the attack. He crashed the net, shot in, covered up by Longo for a pause with 4.5 minutes to go at the first. The face-off comes to Longo's left. Scarborough and Bray. Brady, that was. I apologize. Final 4 minutes of the first period. Delaware leading in the shot department 6-1, but have yet to connect. This puck is cleared from deep in the Princeton zone. Recovered by Parmar. It is Chase Bolin working it forward up the far boards. Bolin through traffic. Could not enter cleanly. His play was offside. Gelb anticipating the entry just a hair too quickly. And this will come back over the Princeton blue line with 200 seconds to go in the first period. High stick on the puck is played by Delaware. The call with 3:12 to go in the first period. Make it 3:14. The clock you see on the wall is official. The clock you see in the corner of your screen is an unofficial guide. Shot through traffic, turned aside by Lecomte. McCrory, stripped of the puck in his own zone. He gets it back, ricochets it off the far boards, ahead to Brody Granstrom, that is. Taken away, another Princeton shot. This came from Smith. Treadle could not connect with McCrory through traffic, and we'll have an equipment change between games on this doubleheader. Loose puck recovered on the Delaware side of the blue line by the Hens. We come to the final 2:12 of the first period. Puck cleared over the blue line, turned back by McCrory the other way. Treadle pushes it back in over the line, recovered by Batcha for the Tigers. Aubrey Darmstadt could not hold the zone. Back the other way came McCrory, or at least tried to. Hens back on the attack. Awkward shot thrown in toward the cage by Darmstadt, but not on goal. That tally stays at 6. Tigers clear. Delaware working back out of their zone. 1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute. Delayed penalty against Princeton coming up. And there's the whistle with 52 seconds to go. A trip signaled by Josh Green. So primo power play time coming up for the Junior Blue Hens. At the final minute of the first period, it is Finn Brady who was sent out. Princeton penalty assessed to number 23, Finn Brady. 90 seconds for tripping. Time of the penalty, 14 minutes, 7 seconds in the first period. Brady, minor for tripping at 14:07. So the Blue Hens for the first time today on the primo power play. Long shot through traffic from Gelb. Paddled aside by Longo. You too can score on the primo power play. Visit your local neighborhood Primo Hoagies on Baltimore Pike in Kennett Square, Pennsylvania, or place your next party order online at primohoagies.com. It's not just a hoagie, it's a primo. Final 6 seconds of the first period. Gelb could not maintain the zone. It is recovered at center, and the horn sounds to signal the end of period number 1. The score through 1 period. Princeton Tigers, 0. Delaware Blue Hens, 0. We'll take a quick break on Delaware Hockey Night, brought to you by Heather A. Long, partner of Kimmel Carter, your Delaware injury lawyers. Second period began before we were able to give the ready. Here's McCory. Taking aim and scoring. Ryan McCory connects on the primo power play. And the Blue Hens, 21 seconds. Into the second period. Have taken the lead, a power play goal. Gives the Hens the first of the day. Oh, Delaware goal! Scored by number 48, Ryan McCory. Time of the unassisted power play goal, 21 seconds in the second period. McCory unassisted at 21 seconds. It was a power play goal. A pack of players surrounds the puck right at center. It is knocked free and now walked by Sebastian Smith as far as the Delaware blue line. He's stonewalled there. This play ruled offside a minute and a half into the second. Delaware Hockey Night brought to you by the Hooper family, longtime supporters of University of Delaware Blue Hens hockey and of today's coverage of the Delaware Junior Blue Hens against Princeton on DHN TV. Face-off just above the Delaware blue line. Cash Scarborough up the left wing boards. Backhands the puck behind the cage. It rolls to the near corner. Gelb maintaining the right point, watching this two-a-side scrum develop. Scarborough emerges with the puck. Tries to throw it in toward the net to no avail. This is push cleared race on for a loose puck. Chase Bolin gets to it for Delaware. In the near corner boards, lost his footing. Britton Whitehouse maintained the near side for Princeton. Kramer off his backhand loses control. Scarborough clears, trying to find Treadle up the middle, but he lost his footing. And the Tigers will reset in their zone. Delaware guilty of an offside. 2 minutes and 45 seconds into the second period, and the face-off will be spotted directly in front of the Blue Hens bench. McCory and Smith over the near circle. Hens press forward. Arav Parmar carrying the weight down the middle, getting some help now from McCory. His shot from the far corner, handled by Longo. And as Longo freezes, play is halted again. Face off to Longo's left. Smith and McCory square off again. Aubrey Darmstadt holding center point, flips the puck in off the backboards. It is corralled by Satimi. Adriano Satimi chips the puck off the near wall at center. It's taken away by Kurtz, but he can't backhand it clear. In comes Smith up the middle for Princeton. His shot stopped by Lecomte, save number 4 for the Delaware netminder today on as many shots faced. The Hens clear. Akinyanmi does not wait for play to get back onside before dumping the puck in. And this will come back offside with 11 minutes and 17 seconds to go in period number 2 of a 1-0 hockey game. Faceoff will move 40 feet toward the Princeton goal after Delaware is guilty of an offside. Tigers hold their line for a couple seconds before McCrory barely gets in over the Princeton stripe. Tigers with an odd man rush. Shot came from Brady. Lecomte with the save. Face off to Lecomte's left. Centering pass intended by Merce was intercepted. Parmar generates a breakaway up the middle, flips the puck high. It is waffle boarded down by Longo. So a 1-0 game it remains. Tigers clear, no icing, says referee Josh Green. This puck was tipped on its way into the Delaware zone. Working through the slot, no shot from Brady. It sailed off the near post and to the corner. This is Ryan McCrory up the right side. Taking aim from the top of the right circle, a belt high shot, saved by Longo again for his 10th save on 11 total attempts. Parmar works the puck high to Chase Bolin, holding the left point. In low it goes to Parmar again, centering feed. Beyond the reach of McCrory. And we've got a stoppage for an offside. Friends, if you're like me, healthy living is important, and Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help you and your family stay healthy at home with periodic sanitization and disinfecting of your trash and recycling bins. Schedule your first cleaning today by visiting DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. Darmstadt throws the puck up the middle, back in over the Princeton line. Out come the Tigers. Kramer barely cleared by, a good half a foot before the Hens re-entered. But their counterattack will be called offside just the same. 9.5 minutes to go in the second period of a 1-0 hockey game. Blue Hens leading Princeton. This comes back an icing with 9 and change to go. In the second period, 11-5 the shots, 1-0 the score. Blue Hens with the advantage. This offside again with 8 minutes and 51 seconds to go in the second period. Princeton line change. We'll see if changing the zoom settings will get us a little bit deeper into the zone so you all can see more clearly the proceedings. Puck held in by Gelb at the right point. Collision in the far corner, Scarborough tied up with Brady. Gelb maintains, shoots from center point, a stick save by Longo. Directs play to the near corner, where Whitehouse risks the puck out of harm's way. 2-on-2, this Princeton attack. The shot from the far side, and Finn Brady was batted down by Lecomte's glove. And here for the Hens, up the middle, comes Jack Gelb. Gelb shoots. Gelb scores. And it was Cash Scarborough with the helper to put the Blue Hens up 2-0. Oh, Delaware goal! Scored by number 22, Jack Gelb. Assisted by number 99, Cash Scarborough. Time of the goal, 7 minutes, 10 seconds in the second period. Gelb from Scarborough at 7:10. Treadle looking for another from the left half wall, slams the puck off the backboards. Now backhands it in below the goal. It rolls on its rib along the kick plate. Beyond the reach of Oluwakafemomi Akinyami. We tried to put the emphasis on the wrong syllable there on that. Probably the longest name I've ever seen in my time covering hockey. "11 syllables. I had it at 10 earlier, but that first name is 7 syllables. The last name, Akinyanmi, 4 syllables. Does fit neatly across the sweater, but there's not a whole lot more room left. Satimi in the far corner shovels the puck ahead to Merce. Darmstadt could not hold the point. One-on-one the other direction, Sebastian Smith. Slowed up by Kurtz. Tries to get a shot away. It was blocked from the far dot. Kurtz recovers the puck for Delaware. This is shoveled over the line, higher in the zone by Weston Darmstadt. Recovered at center by Merce for Princeton. Turned back the other direction. Mishandled by Treadle. Trailing him, Kurtz walks in up the right wing boards, gains the zone, takes aim from just above the right dot. Shot misses the far post. It was not on goal. This play is offside. Our best vantage points from Gold Arena, well, they're not particularly high and they're not particularly separated from the sheet of ice, just as a matter of the lay of the land. We can get you one or the other, but not both. As such, there's not a whole lot of real estate to work with. As the season progresses, we'll continue refining the setup to get you the greatest viewing experience possible within the limitations we've got. Cash Scarborough enters the Princeton zone, centering pass. The Parmar chance on the doorstep was tipped aside by Longo. Poland could not hold the zone. Puck rolls back deep into Delaware territory where it is recovered by Gelb. Carried up the near boards as far as center, but he's stonewalled by Britton Whitehouse. 2-on-0, Whitehouse, shot. Lecomte saves, and he freezes for the pause with 4:36 to go in the second period of a 2-0 hockey game. Delaware, thanks to goals from Ryan McCrory and Jack Gelb, pulling to a commanding lead. There's a new gold standard for digital media solutions for small businesses. 412 Communications offers web and graphic design, social media consultation, public relations, writing and editing services, multimedia solutions, and more. Visit 412communications.com to learn how they can help your brand build bridges with the people you serve. And Cash Scarborough lights the lamp for the Hens here with 4.5 to go. After his assist on Gelb, he connects for one of his own. And Granstrom gets the assist. So it's a 3-0 hockey game as the Blue Hens press on in the second period, and so far so good. Delaware goal! Scored by number 99, Cash Scarborough. Assisted by number 9, Brody Granstrom. Time of the goal, 10 minutes, 35 seconds in the second period. Scarborough from Granstrom at 10:35. The shot from Smith was wide of the post, rang off the backboards. Smith in the slot takes aim again. This one rolls wide of the post yet again. Darmstadt's backhand plays the puck up the far side. It's held in by Satimi, centered to Smith again. This lofted over the crossbar. Weston Darmstadt tries to dig the puck free from behind the Delaware goal. Aubrey Darmstadt wrists it clear. Satimi recovers at center. Chases back to her own blue line to recover. And the Tigers, with 3 minutes to go in the second period, regroup. McCrory angled Satimi to the near boards. A crowd surrounds the top of the Princeton bench. Hens play the puck back the other way, and this will come back in icing. Operating under the philosophy of one state, one goal, First State Ice Hockey is the new leader for youth hockey player development in and around Delaware. Learn more about their classes, clinics, programs, and their growing summer tournament team schedule by visiting firststateicehockey.com. McCrory strips the puck in neutral ice. He takes aim from the right dot after gaining time and space. His shot stick down by Longo. This cleared by the Tigers, and it will come back in icing. Watching the game with friends or heading to Fred Rust Arena to tailgate? Score big and serve in style with party trays from Primo Hoagies. Stop into your local neighborhood Primo on Baltimore Pike in Kennett Square, Pennsylvania. Or to place an order online, visit primohoagies.com. It's not just a hoagie, it's a Primo. Couple minutes to go in the second period. Delaware with a 3-0 lead over the Princeton Tigers. Kate Batsha stick handles to try to generate space. Merce up the middle, could not get rid of the puck. It's carried on further by Brady, and now Thompson in front of the scorer's table shovels it across the red line, fanned on by Brady, and Scarborough recovers at his own blue line for the Hens. Scarborough can't run the gauntlet and maintain possession. Gelb tries to push it forward up the boards, and now Arav Parmar sets up a one-on-one. Now a two-on-one, Bolin trails him. Parmar's shot trapped under the knees of Alexander Longo. 73 seconds to go in the second period. Shots 18-7. Advantage Delaware. And the big number important to Delaware with a 3-0 lead over Princeton, and an attacking zone faceoff coming up. Scarborough in to take it across from Sebastian Smith. Smith stick handles, winning the draw. Pushes the puck over the line, back into neutral ice it goes. Recovered by Kurtz just beyond center. 1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute. Akinyanmi holding close to home on defense. Nearly recovered for Princeton, but could not clear. Smith out the opposite side. Draws the penalty. And Delaware is going to go down. For tripping, Arav Parmar headed off. At 14:22, this will officially be. So the first Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill of the day for the Hens will start to the left of Noah Lecomte. The Delaware penalty assist to number 19, Arav Parmar. 90 seconds for tripping. Time of the penalty, 14 minutes, 22 seconds in the second period. Parmar, minor for tripping at 14:22. The Hens push forward to start the penalty kill. McCrory breaks up a breakout pass. Recovers the puck in the near corner, throws it toward the cage, but the horn sounds and the second period has reached its conclusion. The score through 2 periods, Delaware Junior Blue Hens 3, Princeton Tigers 0. We'll be back after the second intermission on Delaware Hockey Night, presented by Heather Ray Long. Welcome back into Delaware Hockey Night. Third period began before any of us were ready to roll. 20 seconds left on this Princeton power play. as they try to cut into a 3-0 Delaware lead. Third period, an offensive tour de force for the Hens. Satimi centering pass. Brady looking for space through traffic. Gets a shot away from the right dot. Didn't quite make it to the Delaware goal. Satimi driven back into neutral territory. Race on for a loose puck up the near side. Bolin takes aim. No, off the crossbar that rang. And for those of you joining us who may be new to the game, a shot off the post or the crossbar does not count as a shot on goal. That one from Princeton did, as Noah Lecomte had to make a play on the puck, otherwise it would have gone in. Parmar in a one-on-one the other way. Slowed up by Satimi at the half wall. Adriana Satimi recovers. Tries to work the puck to Brady, but not out. Net front chance for McCory. Stick checked on the doorstep by William Snyder. Away from his intended line. Puck battle beyond all of our review. Those of us with eyes. Those of us with electric eyes, too, as traffic in the bench area right in front of the corner of the Princeton zone obscured what any of us could see from this vantage point. One of the quirks of calling games from a bandbox such as Gold Arena, you've got to account for such things. Batcha steals the puck after it was worked forward by Aubrey Darmstadt. Back to Kurtz it goes, just inside the Delaware line. Cross ice pass to Scarborough, who accelerates up the right wing boards, carries the puck in over the Princeton blue line. He's tied up by Oluwakafemomi Akinyami at the far side. A United Nations of names on this Princeton team speaks for how global our great game has become. Scarborough's shot popped up by Longo, up with his 16th save of the game. Follow-up chance came from Kurtz, but was wide off its target from the bottom of the right circle. Rebound contested directly in front of the Princeton bench. And Dylan Merce emerges, but his breakout attempt is foiled by Brody Granstrom, intercepting the pass as soon as he got rid of it. Scarborough ahead to Darmstadt in the slaw. Weston from close up, unable to connect. Brady drives play to the near corner. A two-a-side scrum develops beyond our view once again. Aubrey Darmstadt holds the point, walks through the slot. Her shot covered up by Longo for a pause with 10:44 to go in the third period of a Delaware 3-0 lead over Princeton. Make a truly all-American meal the centerpiece of your next team event or special occasion. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in nearby Claymont, Delaware offers pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken on a daily basis and is available 6 days a week for takeaway lunch or catering for your next special occasion. To place an order, call 302-439-4937 or visit sidsbbqandjerky.com. This is an icing with 10.5 minutes to go in a 3-0 Delaware lead of the Tigers. Attacking zone draw coming the Hens' way. Puck is down. McCurry tries to throw it toward the net to no avail. Out comes Smith for the Tigers just beyond center. Gelb recovers a loose puck, sweeping back to his own blue line to do so. Up the far side he goes, gaining some resistance from Britton Whitehouse on his way in over the Princeton line. McCorry maintains. Brockwell backhanded the puck toward the slot. Clearing attempt foiled by Treadle, holding the point. And a swarm of Tigers and Hens alike surrounds the puck at the top of the left circle in the Princeton zone. Just beyond 5 minutes have elapsed in the third period. Treadle from the right point maintains. Rolled the puck below the goal around to Romolino, who works the puck free of Princeton territory for the Tigers. Treadle again from his own line. Volleys it back as far as the Princeton stripe. What's usually the Gold Arena press box has been commandeered by spectators. We'll stand pat for now where we are. McCorry shoots after gaining the mid-slot. His shot covered by Alexander Longo for a pause in play with 8 minutes and 51 seconds to go in regulation. Next game due off at 1 will pit the Delaware Junior Blue Hens 14 single A team against Genesis. We're pretty sure we've got the plan of attack for next week's broadcast schedule and beyond. It's taken some doing, but we're getting there. Delaware offside with 8.5 to go. Bolin and Brady met at the near circle, just above the Princeton blue line. Batcha keeps play in neutral ice. Finn Brady can't work through traffic. The other 23, Aubrey Darmstadt, slowed him up at the Delaware blue line. Darmstadt backhands the puck through a host of Tigers. Batcha ultimately takes it away. McKinnery tried to work forward further. Here's a 2-on-1 for Delaware. Kurtz shoots off the back glass. That wrister rings. And coming down with the rebound, Finn Brady brings it back up the middle for Princeton with 7:50 to go in the contest. Brady through traffic. Shot was wide of the post. Lecomte did get a piece of it, but that was headed for the glass anyway. Weston Darmstadt surveyed his options below the Delaware goal. Tried to clear, but Batcha broke up the pass attempt. Back to Darmstadt it goes. Stepping up on the forecheck, Finn Brady disrupts the breakout attempt. Aubrey Darmstadt now in the near corner, surveying her options as Tigers swarm in on her beyond our collective view. 7 and change remaining. Delaware pinned in their zone, but they've got the comfort of a 3-0 lead over Princeton. Puck is knocked loose now. Connor Kurtz chases it to the far corner of his own zone. Tries to stick handle through traffic, but the reaching stick of Akinyanmi disrupts his progress just shy of his own blue line. The fans want a hook against Princeton as Aubrey Darmstadt was taken off her feet. Weston Darmstadt staying with the play, does get a shot on goal. It was sticked away by Longo for save number 19. Kurtz at center rifles the puck toward the Princeton line, and this will be called back offside with 6 minutes and 26 seconds to go. And Delaware up 3-0. Here comes Jack Gelb from out of the Delaware zone. Evading 3 defenders, his wrist shot from 25 feet. On goal and caught by Alexander Longo for another pause and play. Face-off lining up at Longo's left. Here comes Scarborough again, stonewalled in the low slot by Sebastian Smith. And Adeline Thompson carries the puck beyond center for Princeton. Advanced further to Merce. Satimi centers to Smith. Shot disrupted by Treadle. Gelb again. Stick handles his way clear lazily into a 2-on-2. Gets a White House stick check. Shot in from the bottom of the circle. Paddled aside by Longo. Satimi leads the Princeton counterattack, but as soon as she got to her own blue line, let the puck go. Aubrey Darmstadt back the other direction. In comes Thompson. Slowed up by Aubrey Darmstadt along the far boards, about 15 feet inside the Delaware blue line. Emerging the other direction, Parmar head manning the puck to Scarborough, mishandled just shy of center. Picked up now by Kurtz, walked over the line, but he left the puck behind, and Smith tried to turn it the other way as we come to the final 4.5 minutes of the third period, rather. That shot from Smith found the wrong side of the net. It was covered up just the same by Noah Lecomte for a pause and play with 4:26 to go. Face-off will be to Noah Lecomte's left. Puck is down, play resumes. Aubrey Darmstadt couldn't chase the puck to the far side. No, Batch, I thought, held the line, but Josh Green says no, that was offside. Zone was lost and they came back in. So with 4:15 to go, the Hens are gifted a neutral zone draw. Icing waved off as the Kurtz clear was deemed playable by Akinyanmi. Where'd the puck end up? Under the glove of Alexander Longo for a break in the action with 3:57 remaining. Princeton will change. Delaware standing pat. Complete changing of the guard for the Tigers. Puck is down. Play resumes to the left of Alexander Longo, who saved 21 of 24 shots faced today. Ryan McCory's played some awfully inspired hockey, an unassisted goal, and plenty of work for this Delaware team on the breakout. Propelling them to their 3-0 advantage over Princeton. We've reached the final 3 minutes. of the contest. Delaware up 3-0 over Princeton. Batcha tries to bulldoze her way in over the Delaware line and does. After gaining the zone, she caroms the puck in low. Aubrey Darmstadt picks it up behind the Hens goal. Two and a half to go. Akinyanmi protects the left point. Brockwell takes the puck away from number 3 in Princeton black and orange, and the re-entry will be called back offside. Two and a fifth minutes remaining as Delaware will try to coast the rest of the way home from here. Stick save denies Merce. Parmar stick handles through traffic, just split 2 wickets and generates a breakaway for the Hens. Fans on the wrist shot attempt. Pressure astern from Whitehouse takes us to the final 100. Brady can't clear. Treadle held the right point. Treadle reaching for the puck, swatting it out of the reach of Adeline Thompson, and her efforts to clear for the Tigers. Long shot from outside the zone was on goal. A stick save by Longo, his 22nd on 25 total Delaware shots. Keeps this 3-0. Minute 15 remaining now. Puck is batted out of harm's way up the left wing boards by Little Britain Whitehouse. 1 minute remaining of the period. 1 minute. And this will come back an icing with 57.4 seconds to go. As mentioned, coming up next at 1 o'clock on the dot, the Delaware Junior Blue Hens 14 single A team taking on Genesis in a DVHL contest. Scarborough and Smith take the draw to the right of Noah Lecomte, who has been perfect in net for Delaware all game. Quick shot off the draw, covered for his 10th save. We had a couple seconds of bonus hockey there. Puck is down, save number 11. Right off the face-off. Kurtz tries to run the gauntlet. Can't escape the zone. Darmstadt hacked at by Snyder. And the Hens break free. Scarborough leads a 2-on-2 up the left wing boards. Kurtz onside, barely up the middle. Scarborough backhand through traffic was blocked down. Extra attacker is on for Princeton. The net is empty, it's worth noting. Darmstadt holding center point. Shoots through traffic. That a blocked shot. No goalie, so no goalie to make saves. Everything here will be either a goal, a wide shot, or a blocked shot. Final 3. Kramer stick handles. Cannot clear. The horn sounds. And the Delaware Junior Blue Hens prove victorious. Today's final score, your Delaware Junior Blue Hens 3, Princeton Tigers 0. Final shots on goal, Delaware 25, Princeton 11. Fans, it's time for the Sid's 3 Stars of the Game, presented by Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in Claymont, Delaware. Available to cater your next group event. and turn your next team function into a truly all-American experience. SidsBBQandJerky.com. Today's third star with a goal for Delaware, number 48, Ryan McCory. Today's second star, recording an 11-save shutout, number 1, Noah Lecomte. And the number 1 star of the game with a goal and an assist for your Delaware Junior Blue Hens, number 99, Cash Scarborough. We will take a timeout here on Delaware Hockey Night. When we come back, the U14s will take to the ice at Gold Arena. Delaware squaring off against Genesis in a DVHL 14A division matchup. For the whole crew, James Witherite signing off. We'll be back in about a half hour for the second half of our DHN double. Once again, the final score: Delaware 3, Princeton 0. Back on the other side of the halftime intermission.
Over the past 25 years, Colonial Motors has connected countless Delawareans with pre-owned cars to satisfy every purpose and budget. Find your next vehicle at one of 3 convenient locations or browse their vast inventory online at colonialmotorsinc.com.
Bridges have connected people for centuries. When it comes to helping small businesses build bridges with the people they serve, there's a new gold standard. 412 Communications offers a uniquely comprehensive array of media solutions, including writing and editing services, web and graphic design, social media management, multimedia production, consultation, and more to help your brand establish and maintain strong, lasting connections with your clientele. Learn more at 412communications.com.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. The future of Delaware hockey is here. First State Ice Hockey is committed to growing the game, raising the bar, and building better, more complete youth hockey players in and around Delaware. Join the movement of one state, one goal at FirstStateIceHockey.com. Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more. Over the past 25 years, Colonial Motors has connected countless Delawareans with pre-owned cars to satisfy every purpose and budget. Find your next vehicle at one of 3 convenient locations or browse their vast inventory online at colonialmotorsinc.com.
Bridges have connected people for centuries. When it comes to helping small businesses build bridges with the people they serve, there's a new gold standard. 412 Communications offers a uniquely comprehensive array of media solutions, including writing and editing services, web and graphic design, social media management, multimedia production, consultation, and more to help your brand establish and maintain strong, lasting connections with your clientele. Learn more at 412communications.com.
The future of Delaware hockey is here. First State Ice Hockey is committed to growing the game, raising the bar, and building better, more complete youth hockey players in and around Delaware. Join the movement of one state, one goal at firststateicehockey.com. Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
Bridges have connected people for centuries. When it comes to helping small businesses build bridges with the people they serve, there's a new gold standard. 412 Communications offers a uniquely comprehensive array of media solutions to help your brand establish and maintain strong, lasting connections with your clientele.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
Welcome back to Delaware Hockey Night for the second half of our Delaware Junior Blue Hens doubleheader on this Saturday morning turned afternoon. Live from Gold Arena, the JBH 14 single A team takes on the Genesis Hockey Club in this DVHL regular season matchup. James Witherite flying solo on the broadcast. From between the benches today, we'll treat it as a radio broadcast with a little bit of illustration. Gold Arena being as tight of quarters as it is limits our vantage points pretty severely, so we'll make do with what we can as best we can through the course of this DVHL game. But in any case, we are delighted to have all of you here along for the ride with us from wherever you may be. Without further ado, let's head inside the glass for today's opening introductions. Good afternoon, fans, and welcome to Gold Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware. The Delaware Valley Hockey League presents this 14A division matchup between the visiting Genesis Hockey Club and your Delaware Junior Blue Hens. The on-ice officials for this afternoon's game are Justin DeCriscio and Zach Mangan. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please direct your attention to the American flag located directly behind the Genesis goal, as we honor the United States of America and those who defend this nation with the Star-Spangled Banner. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? First period action, as always, brought to you by First State Ice Hockey, committed to building the next generation of youth hockey players under the philosophy of one state, one goal. Learn more about their classes, clinics, events, their growing summer tournament program too, by visiting firststateicehockey.com. Wyatt Bolin in for the opening draw. Across from Theodore Giannone for Genesis, clad in their away green kits, moving left to right. As far as the net-minding assignments today, Ryan Dominic between the pipes of the Delaware Junior Blue Hens and their home whites. Lucas Bennett getting the call for Genesis. Here's Theodore Giannone working in over the Delaware blue line into a 1-on-3. He was stripped of the puck just after he gained the zone. McCory can't push back the other direction. Declan Willison held for Genesis at center red. And a 4 from him. The other quartet of Genesis attackers pushed forward for a momentary attack anyway. The McCory shot was squared up for and easily saved by Lucas Bennett. First shot of the game comes 50 seconds into the first of 3 16-minute periods. Caden McCory tips the puck forward to Bolin up the right wing boards, but outnumbered upon gaining the Genesis line. Bolin was stripped of the puck. It was nearly cleared out by one of any number of Genesis players, namely Ryan Aldrich, wearing number 23. Aldrich up the left wing boards, gained center. He towered over Jude Mowbray upon gaining the line, but Mowbray broke up the advance of Aldrich and drove play back into the Genesis zone. Emily Sullivan pinned to the boards in the far corner, reaching in for the puck and extracting it was Riznachok for Genesis. Mac Riznachok up the middle. Into a 2-on-3, slowed up by Wyatt Gooch, doing well to clog up the slot. Sullivan leads a 2-on-2 counterattack for Delaware up the near dots. Sullivan shoots from the near corner. That one ruled on goal. Lucas Bennett with the pad save. Rebound ends up in the far corner, pursued by Hickman, but cleared well out of harm's way by Gavin Osterbrod, wearing number 17 for Genesis. Genesis sets up on the attack. Hauk at the left half wall. Caroms the puck in behind the Delaware goal. It comes to the corner, played there by Hickman. Launched out over the line, recovered by Junod. Back in come Genesis. And the first shot of the game from Genesis HC comes off the stick of Parker Dunn from 20 feet, but it's held on to for a pause in play by Ryan Dominic. Delaware Hockey Night is presented by Heather A. Long, partner of Kimmel Carter, your Delaware injury lawyers. Heather specializes in personal injury and workers' compensation cases and is available for consultation at 302-565-6132. That's 302-565-6132. Jeet Patel barely clears the zone. Puck recovered by Sapanka. Just above the line, Giannone feeds it across ice, deeper back in neutral territory. Junod up the left side connects with Dunn, and in he comes to start this Genesis attack. Centering pass blocked down by the stick of Hickman. Racing to the point, Sapanka maintains the zone for Genesis. Plays the carom shot in behind the goal. It is held in at the opposite side by Derek Lugara off his backhand, 6 feet inside the line. He works play deep before Tanner Kinkas launches it clear up the far wall for Delaware. Declan Willison through traffic. Accelerates up the left wing boards back into Delaware territory. He tries to set one up close net front. With the best chance was Parker Dunn, but to no avail. Dominic keeping the far post airtight of that Delaware cage. Willison again centers. Puck deflected from the mid slot in behind the Delaware goal. James Spencer clears one off the near glass, recovered at center, and dumped back in nearly by Osterbrod. Blocked down. Michael Brzezowski tries to walk a loose puck in over the Genesis blue line, but into a 1-on-4. He was stonewalled at the stripe by Lugara. 2-on-2 for Genesis the other way. Dissipates just as quickly as it began. Wyatt Gooch doing well to offer back checking pressure on that Genesis infiltration. We're 4 minutes and change into the first period here at Gold Arena. No score between Genesis and Delaware in this 14A DVHL matchup. Wyatt Bolin came through up the middle. He was slowed up in the high slot by a reaching Genesis stick. Here comes Bolin again, off the feed by Gooch up the right wing boards into a 1-on-3. Wyatt Bolin right at the blue line, rifles the puck in deep before the Hens reinforcements set up in the neutral zone on the defensive. McCory drop pass to Bolin, across to Guarnieri at the near dot. He had time and space but couldn't control the puck for the shot. It remains trapped behind the Genesis goal. A two-a-side scrum develops. Guarnieri tries to dig the puck free, so too does McCory. Bolin's got it pinned at the kick plate. McCory breaks free now, his stick lifted by Sapanka as they came to the near or the far corner, I should say. Rolls near side from below the goal. Ian Guarnieri there. unable to keep going for Delaware, and this is carried up ice by Ryan Aldridge for Genesis. A Gooch poke check at the far half wall slows him up, and Delaware's got a 3-on-2 coming back the other direction. Gooch body down just inside the line. Aldridge plays the body as well on Bolin in the corner, and we see an interference call coming from Zach Mangan with 10 minutes and 17 seconds gone in the first period. '96, Declan Willison, guilty of interference. And the Blue Hens will go on their first primo power play of the game. Penalty posted on the board, and off we go. Genesis penalty assessed to number 96, Declan Willison, 90 seconds for interference. Time of the penalty, 5 minutes, 43 seconds in the first period. Willison, minor for interference at 5:43. So for the Blue Hens, primo power play time for the first time this afternoon. You too can score on the primo power play. Visit your local neighborhood Primo Hoagies on Baltimore Pike in Kennett Square, Pennsylvania, or order your next party tray online at primohoagies.com. It's not just a hoagie, it's a primo. James Spencer, driven back to neutral territory by Damian Houck. Houck works the puck back into the Delaware end. Of course, in youth hockey, according to USA Hockey rules, teams can no longer ice the puck while shorthanded. So Houck had to gain red before clearing and facilitating the change for his Genesis team. Theodore Giannone pounces on a puck handling mistake in the Delaware zone. Kills some further time off the Willison penalty. Bolin finds Sullivan, 2-on-0 for Delaware. Sullivan on the forehand, shoots after gaining space, but a glove save by Lucas Bennett keeps this game scoreless. Planning for retirement doesn't just happen overnight. For 35 years, Limestone Pension Associates has helped small businesses craft and administer pension plans for their workforces. Learn more by visiting limestonepension.net. Just a few seconds remaining on this Delaware power play. And that opportunity ultimately was squandered as Genesis controlled the puck out of their zone, and Giannone works it farther up ice. Mowbray can't slam it around the corner and clear, as holding the left point for Genesis was Gavin Osterbrod. His shot from long range caught and held by Ryan Dominic for a pause in play with 8.5 minutes to go in the first period of a yet scoreless hockey game. Face off at the far dot of the Delaware end. Centering pass to Lagara, shot blocked from the mid-slot. Osterbrod holds center point, threw one in from long range, batted down by the stick of Wyatt Gooch, clogging up the net front area yet again. Here comes Giannone into a 1-on-2. Giannone, backhand shot. That one paddled aside smartly by Dominic to the near corner. Osterbrod maintains the zone, lines up a better shot, coming in toward the middle, just at the blue line. And his shot this time, another one, right into the breadbasket of Ryan Dominic. 4 shots, 4 saves for the Delaware netminder. His offensive reinforcements up front have mustered 3 on Lucas Bennett to this point. We've hit the halfway point of the first period. No score between Genesis and Delaware in this 14 single-A matchup. Kevin Junod took aim from the left point. Shot blocked in traffic. Scrum for a loose puck develops mid-slot. Brzezowski cannot clear. Chasing to the near half wall. Hickman couldn't backhand it free, as holding territory for Genesis was Sapanka, just inside the Delaware blue line. Up the far side, we've all got a clear vantage point of it now. And Michael Brzezowski couldn't chase down the breakout pass, originating from Kinkus deep in the Delaware end. Up the near side it goes. Wilcox fails to beat Sapanka, holding the near point. Back in behind the Delaware goal. Wyatt Bullen will take his time. A little bit more of a deliberate transition game now from Delaware. Foiled again. Third time a charm for Wyatt Bullen, working this puck the length of the ice. Nearly so. It was corralled by Junod between the circles. Advanced in Delaware territory, Parker Dunn set up a Derek Lugara chance from right between the circles, and a glove save by Ryan Dominic gives us another break in the action with 6:46 to go in the first period of this 0-0 hockey game. Dunn, stick handles, tries to snipe from the dot right off the face-off. Another save by Dominic. Lower Jude Mowbray tries to dance his way into Genesis territory, ultimately does, but under duress, dropped it back to McCory, holding the point. His shot was errant from long distance. Williston gives the puck away to McCory. They're tied up in the far corner of the Genesis zone. Now it's chipped up the far wall. Guarnieri offering resistance to Houck, and this is worked clear higher in the Genesis end by Houck. Turned back by Mowbray from neutral ice, in up the left wing boards. Rifled clear up the near side by Lugara. Icing waved off by Zach Mangan, as Jude Mowbray had time and space to play the puck from behind his own goal. He runs the gauntlet up the right dots, gains center, headmans the puck to Emily Sullivan. She, along the near side, wrists the puck in off the corner boards, about belt high. It rolls to the far side. Chased down, but Aldrich slows up her progress. Down to the final 5 minutes and change of the first period. Genesis and Delaware deadlocked 0-0. On comes Aldrich, beating 3 defenders. Breakaway, shot, score. Ryan Aldrich puts the biscuit in the basket. An unassisted goal for number 23 in Genesis Green at the 11:10 mark of the first period. And it's a 1-0 Genesis advantage. Genesis goal scored by number 23, Ryan Aldrich. Time of the unassisted goal, 11 minutes, 10 seconds in the first period. Aldrich unassisted at 11:10. So Genesis draws first blood, trying to counter in the slot. For Delaware was Jack Hickman, but his wrist shot from point-blank range missed the near post. Sullivan maintains, works it low again. On the doorstep, Hickman, double-teamed, does get a shot away, but it ends up in the glove of Lucas Bennett for a pause in play, with 4 minutes and 15 seconds to go in period number 1. And Genesis having drawn first blood up 1-0. Make a truly all-American meal the centerpiece of your next team event or special occasion. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in nearby Claymont, Delaware can cater your next group event, offering pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken on a daily basis, along with a variety of sauces and sides, sure to please any appetite. Hickman denied by a pad save by Bennett. Visit Sid's at Suite C26 in the Tri-State Industrial Center on Ridge Road, Claymont. Open Monday through Saturday for takeaway lunch. Or if you'd like to place a catering order, you can do that too. Call 302-439-4937 or visit sidsbbqandjerky.com. Shots stand at 8-5 now, favor of Genesis in that department. Jackson Persileo found himself in a 1-on-3. Stymied just inside the Genesis line. And the Green Men of Hatfield come crashing back into Delaware territory. Mac Riznichok up the left wing boards. Couldn't set anything up net front. Mowbray clogging up the slot, along two with Jeet Patel. Kinkus cannot risk the puck clear up the far side. Lost his footing. Coming in the other direction, Riznichok with a shot from close up, saved by Dominic. Held in by Ostrabrod at the near point. Final 3 minutes of the first period now upon us. as Tanner Kinkus, off his clearing attempt, is foiled just inside the Delaware blue line by Osterbrod again. Centering pass tipped off target by Patel. Patel and Willison converge at the left half wall. Willison won that race by about a half step and flipped the puck in deep again. It comes back to Willison off a failed Delaware clear long shot. Was wide off its target, rolled off the corner boards to the near half wall. The heads in the Delaware bench area obscuring the view of our camera. Penalty coming up, and this will go against Genesis again. We'll hear from Zach Mangan momentarily. Number 55, Damian Hauk, ruled off for roughing. With 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first period, so it will be another primo power play for the Blue Hens. You two can score on the primo power play. Visit your local neighborhood Primo on Baltimore Pike. Or place your next catering order at primohoagies.com. That's Baltimore Pike and Kennett Square, Pennsylvania, we should make note. It's not just a hoagie, it's a primo, as the saying goes. Genesis penalty assessed to number 55, Damian Hauk. 90 seconds for roughing. Time of the penalty, 13 minutes, 40 seconds in the first period. Hauk minor for roughing at 13:40. The Wyatt Boland shot rang off the near post. McCory recovers the puck just above the Genesis blue line. Stick handles under 2-ply pressure. Flips this across to Sullivan, and she comes, poking the puck past the reach of Aldrich. On the doorstep, Boland, backhand shot into the pads again of Bennett. Final minute, 15 in the first period. Wayward glove lays high in the zone. James Spencer's shot was off its intended target. Back to Sullivan it goes. She takes aim through traffic into the pads of Bennett once again. 1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute. Genesis has cleared the re-entry, led by Mowbray, is called back offside with 54 seconds to go in period number 1. And the Genesis Hockey Club clinging to a 1-0 advantage over the Delaware Junior Blue Hens, whose first or second power play opportunity has come to its conclusion. Osterbrod bulldozes past Mowbray to gain the Delaware line. Cross-ice pass offline, nobody home to field it. Sees Willison dropping back to his own blue line to recover. Nolan's gonna go for a trip. Got Boland in the skates from behind. DeCriscio could have had him for a rough or for a trip, but he's going to make the roughing call. And Delaware's right back to the primo power play. We'll try this again. Visit your local neighborhood Primo Hoagies on Baltimore Pike and Kennett Square, Pennsylvania. Or order your next party tray at primohoagies.com. It's not just a hoagie, it's a primo. Genesis penalty assessed to number 10, Griffin Nolan. 90 seconds for roughing. Time of the penalty, 15 minutes, 27 seconds in the first period. Nolan minor for roughing at 15:27. Down to single digits now in the first period. Kinkus drawn back into the neutral zone. Tries to clear the puck. The horn sounds. The first period ends. The score through one period. Genesis Hockey Club 1, Delaware Junior Blue Hens 0. We'll take a pause on Delaware Hockey Night It's all brought to you by Heather A. Long. Welcome back to Delaware Hockey Night, presented by Heather A. Long, partner of Kimmel Carter, your Delaware injury lawyers. Second period action begins right now, and it's brought to you by the Hooper family, and it starts with a Genesis goal right off the draw. Theodore Giannone took all of 8 seconds to notch a shorthanded goal. And it was Giannone all the way on the shorty. 9 seconds into the second period, making this a 2-0 hockey game. Genesis goal scored by number 14, Theodore Giannone. Time of the unassisted shorthanded goal, 9 seconds in the second period. Giannone unassisted, a shorthanded goal at 9 seconds. Dominic with the save this time. Forces the stoppage. Hens break free. Gooch connecting with Bolin. He's got space. He shoots into the pads. Follow-up chance came from Emily Sullivan, but she couldn't put away the rebound. 2 rapid-fire shots from Delaware. And the Genesis D-Corps forces play back into the neutral zone. Sullivan leads the re-entry again up the left wing boards. The Nolan penalty has expired. Aldrich is going to take his place for Genesis. Here's a 2-on-2 for the green-clad Genesis side. Long shot by Giannone, popped up in the air by Dominic's Waffleboard. And a puck out of play gives us a pause with 14 minutes and 48 seconds to go in the second period. Genesis up 2-0 over the Blue Hens. Jeet Patel taking the draw for Delaware. It's left to the right point. Sapanka could not hold the zone. Grant Wilcox walks it up the middle, but he's out hustled by a trio of Genesis backcheckers into their defensive end. Patel over-towered behind the goal by Sapanka, gave up the puck. It is walked up the right side by Riznachok and out. 2-on-1 for Genesis. Cross-ice pass sets up Aldrich. His shot just above the left dot. Blockered into the near corner again by Dominic. Pushed out by Mowbray just beyond the Delaware blue line. Recovered by Sapanka. To Junod it comes, and he slams this puck from center off the near boards and over the Delaware stripe before Jude Mowbray volleys it back. This Genesis entry is called offside, and it gives us a chance to catch our collective breaths with 2 minutes and 4 seconds elapsed in the second period of now a 2-0 hockey game. Dunn and Sullivan over the near face-off dot just above the Delaware line. Lugara muscles in over that stripe to gain the zone for Genesis, but the puck is stripped by Hickman. He's driven deep into the far corner. And Damian Houck offering further forechecking pressure. Regains control for the Genesis side, at least momentarily, before Jackson Persileo was able to clear. But he too was stonewalled just after gaining his own line. Here's Gooch up the middle into a 1-on-2. He chips the puck beyond the reach of Willison, turns after getting it, throws a shot on from 35 feet into the pads of Bennett, and the rebound ends up in the far corner. Dunn backhands. Kinkus holds the left point for the Hens. Into Sullivan, a solid shot from her with broad daylight 22 feet away from the Genesis goal. Another Bennett pad save, and here comes Dunn the other direction for Genesis, leading a 3-on-1. Dunn, angled to the far corner by Jude Mowbray. They converge. Mowbray plays the body on Dunn despite giving up a good few inches of height. Osterbrod maintains the zone at the right point for Genesis, wobbles a puck in from long range. It's picked up from below the goal by Tanner Kinkus and rifled clear as far as center. Osterbrod mishandled it, so too the other way though did Hickman. It lay loose 10 feet above the Delaware blue line, and in come Genesis again on the attack. Ryan Aldrich, driven to the corner by Sullivan, leaves it to Williston at the point. Puck intercepted, briefly so by Bullen, not cleared as the other 96, Declan Willison, dove to protect center point. Aldrich launches it back in after the Hens work back into neutral zone, but only by a few feet. Race on for a puck in the far corner, and Tanner Kinkus tries to work it out off the carom shot. It will now be studied by Wyatt Bolin, who surveys his options a little bit better. Finds McCrory on the stretch pass. Here's McCrory on a breakaway for Delaware. Hey! Shoots and scores! Caden McCrory with the breakaway set up by Wyatt Bolin makes this a 2-1 hockey game. Wyatt Bolin takes his time, finds Caden McCrory on the home run stretch pass, and it's now a 2-1 hockey game. Oh, Delaware goal! Scored by number 48, Caden McCrory. Assisted by number 96, Wyatt Bolin. Time of the goal, 4 minutes, 7 seconds in the second period. McCrory from Bolin at 4:07. So with the McCrory breakaway, the Genesis lead has been chipped in half. Here's McCrory again, 1-on-1. He's slowed up from astern by Osterbrod, who reached in with that lanky wingspan of his to make stick-on-puck contact. Everything after that, largely irrelevant, as play is permitted to continue on. McCrory shovels the puck back in over the Genesis line. It rolls to the far corner. Bolin dodges a couple of checks, tries to maintain control of the puck. He stick handles his way out of harm. Net front feed on the doorstep. Jeet Patel's one-timer was wide of the far post, and the rebound is subsequently cleared. Delayed penalty coming up against Genesis yet again as a result of the contact well behind the play. We'll see what Justin DeCriscio reports here. Something coming at 5:31, but we'll get the lowdown from Justin here shortly. Riznachok guilty of roughing. And another primo power play awaits the junior blue Hens. Turkeys on the table, and so are primo Ogies. Visit your local neighborhood primo on Baltimore Pike and Kennett Square, Pennsylvania. Brzezowski's shot was blocked at the top of the crease and shoveled out of harm's way. Genesis penalty assessed to number 56, Mac Riznachok, 90 seconds for roughing. Time of the penalty, 5 minutes 31 seconds in the second period. Riznachok minor for roughing at 5:31. The 13th Delaware shot is held on to by Bennett for another pause in play. Sullivan and Giannone square off at the near face-off circle in the Genesis end. Gooch from center point wobbles a puck wide of the far post by 2.5 feet. It's controlled by Wyatt Bolin in the far corner. Bolin turns, shoots after gaining a better angle at the far dot. This puck covered up and held onto by Bennett for another pause in action with 9 minutes and 40 seconds to go. 41 seconds remaining on the Delaware power play. With the man advantage, though, the Hens are 1 for 3 on the day. Now a 2-1 hockey game thanks to Caden McCory's breakaway goal off that gorgeous Wyatt Bolin setup, coming through up the middle with the breakout pass. Giannone met by Spencer on his way into the Delaware zone. Couldn't penetrate the blue line. This is cleared, no icing here with 9 minutes and change to go in the second period. 10 seconds to go on the Riznachok penalty. A loose puck in front of the Genesis goal, picked up by Gavin Osterbrod and sent up ice, volleyed back the other direction by Wyatt Gooch. Gooch holds the line. Bolin skates beyond center. He tries to risk the puck beyond the reach of Aldrich, but fanned on the puck, Aldrich pushes play back as far as the Delaware stripe. Gooch to Sullivan on the counterattack. Sullivan centering. Bolin can't bring the puck down in the slot. Tried to flip it to center point. Kinkus drawn back into the neutral zone. Recovers for the Hens. But the regroup between the blue lines was all for naught. Nolan dumps it in, up the near wall. Around behind the cage it goes to Aldrich. Right point maintained by Willison. Barely held territory for Genesis, who are looking to pad their 2-1 lead over Delaware as we hit the halfway point of the game. Persileo finds Patel on the transition for Delaware. Back to Persileo it comes. 3-on-2, but Persileo didn't get stick on puck cleanly. Trying to center, nobody was home. Kevin Junod blocked down that setup. Patel surrounded and overtowered by a number of Genesis defenders in the low slot. Throws it behind the goal, the puck that was. Jack Hickman could not maintain Delaware's momentum from below. Back to center it comes. Mowbray flips this puck out of traffic across ice to Hickman. He re-enters up the left wing boards for the Hens. He puts on the brakes, surrounded from all sides by green sweaters, and caroms the puck in behind the goal. To Kinkus it comes at the near point, but before it got to him, Joseph Sapanka was able to push past center and nearly to the Delaware blue line before Mowbray slowed him up. 2-on-1 for Delaware. Kinkus, Patel, give and go. Back to Kinkus off his backhand. Couldn't get a shot away from 15 feet. Lobbed it in behind the goal, wide of the near post. Hickman on the doorstep. Marked heavily by Kevin Junod. Got a shot away, but under duress. This one's easily covered up and held onto by Lucas Bennett for a pause in the action with 6:46 to go in the second period. If you're like me, healthy living is important, and Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help you and your family stay healthy at home with periodic sanitization and disinfecting of your trash and recycling bins. Schedule your first cleaning today by visiting DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. You'll be awfully glad you did. 6.5 minutes to go in the second period. Genesis with a 2-1 lead over the Delaware Junior Blue Hens. And here come Genesis out of their zone. Racing up ice was Lugara, trying to split a pair of Delaware back checkers, but he lost his footing in the low slot and as such couldn't get a shot away. Willison protects the left point, slams the puck off the near half wall, where Spencer picks it up and caroms it hard the other side. Wyatt Gooch's clearing attempt from the far corner was not to be as Willison crossed over to the right point to maintain the zone for Genesis once again. Willison playing all 200 feet and admirably so. Here Morris Osterbrod bobbled the puck at the point. Brzezowski comes muscling through. He took aim from 40 feet at the top of the right circle, but that wrist shot about belt high rang off the backboards. Spencer protects his own blue line for Delaware. The re-entry this time good, done for Genesis. Advanced it further up the far side to Colin Funk. Rather, that was Derek Lugara wearing 92. Those sublimated numbers on the sweaters, a little hard to read from distance, especially the way the sweaters gather right around the belt. Nolan slowed up at the near dot by Spencer. Here come the Hens. Brzezowski leads the 3-on-3 up the right wing boards, flips the puck in behind the Genesis goal. It rolls to the far corner, where Wilcox throws it through a congested slot again. Loose puck corralled by Riznichuk. Rather, that was Joseph Sapanka. I apologize for Genesis. Riznichuk up further, slowed up by 3 Blue Hen defenders. Drops it back to Giannone. His shot from long range was off target. Wilcox the other direction, stretches ahead to McCrory. Kicked the puck in over the Genesis blue line while losing his footing and under heavy pursuit. Outnumbered 1-on-5, he gives it away. And here's a 2-on-2 developing for Genesis. The Griffin Nolan shot from the top of the right circle was wide off its target. Bolin leads the counterattack up the near side for the Hens with 4 minutes and 17 seconds to go in the second period. The 3-on-2 advantage quickly dissipated, though, as the Genesis back check's been awfully strong all day. The headman from Mowbray was deflected off its target through the low slot. Thrown in from the corner by Bolin. Loose puck in front, corralled by Aldrich. And he walks it clear beyond Mowbray up the far side. Kinkus tries to slow up the advance of Ryan Aldrich. Will take a slash here. And the Ryan Dominic save keeps this a 2-1 hockey game. No, he won't take a slash. No slash called. DeCriscio said that was stick on stick. So we're going to stay 5-on-5 with 3 minutes and 44 seconds to go in the second period. Sullivan and Riznichuk took the face-off at the near dot. Junod held the zone. Riznichuk on the doorstep makes this 3-1 Genesis. So Mac Riznichuk, with some help from Morris Osterbrod, officially ruled, has given Genesis now a 3-1 lead over Delaware. Genesis goal scored by number 56, Mac Riznichuk. Assisted by number 15, Morris Osterbrod. Time of the goal, 12 minutes, 24 seconds in the second period. Riznichuk from Osterbrod at 12:24. There's a new gold standard for digital media solutions for small businesses. 412 Communications offers web and graphic design, social media consultation, public relations, writing and editing services, multimedia solutions, and more. Visit 412communications.com to learn how they can help your brand build bridges with the people you serve. 3 minutes and a couple ticks to go in the second period of a 3-1 hockey game. Genesis extending their advantage back to a pair thanks to the Riznichuk goal. Doors wide open for Grant Wilcox. He races down the puck. His shot, a hasty one, is pursuing him from astern. Zapanka turned up the heat enough to force that offline. Mowbray holds the right point. This one gets through traffic, but it slows up in the blue paint. And the downstretched glove of Lucas Bennett covers the puck for the stoppage with 2.5 minutes to go in the second period. Play restarts off a false start to the left of the Genesis netminder Lucas Bennett, who so far has stopped 15 of 16 shots faced. Brzezowski, pressured by Dunn, wobbles the puck in over the Genesis line. Has some support from Patel, who throws it across ice. Puck ricochets off the far boards. Wilcox looking shot from 15 feet, and this is covered up by Bennett. One minute 54 to go in the second period. Fresh legs on for both sides. And the face-off will take place to the right of Lucas Bennett. Bolin on for the draw across from Giannone. Spencer maintains center point, throws the puck into heavy net front traffic on the 309. And Gavin Osterbrod carries this up the left wing boards back into Delaware territory. Minute and a half to go in the second period. Play whistle dead, even though the puck rolled free. Dominic made the save and made the effort to cover up the puck. Zach Mangan lost sight of it and made the decision to stop play. And the decision to stop play is what stops it, not the whistle itself. Final 76 seconds of the second period. Genesis with a 3-1 advantage over Delaware. Bolin clears. McCrory, surrounded by green sweaters over the center logo, couldn't maintain the Hens momentum. 1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute. McCrory persevering, gains the zone this time. Shot from the left half wall, batted away by Bennett. And the Hens will go down a man for the first time this afternoon with 42 seconds to go in the second period. So a Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill awaits the Junior Blue Hens. Schedule your first cleaning today by visiting DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. Face-off comes to the left of Dominic. Shot launched in from the point, and Sapanka trickles wide. Delaware penalty assessed to number 96, Wyatt Bolin. 90 seconds for roughing. Time of the penalty, 15 minutes 18 seconds in the second period. Bolin minor for roughing at 15:18. The penalty announcement brings us to the final 20 seconds of the second period. Jeet Patel puts on the brakes under two-ply pressure. Right at the Genesis blue line, dumped the puck in over the stripe. It's brought back the other way by Riznichok amid pressure. Nolan kept high in the zone by Kinkus, lets a shot go. Dominic sprawls for the secondary save, and the second period has reached its conclusion. The score through two periods. Genesis Hockey Club 3, Delaware Junior Blue Hens 1. We will take a break here on Delaware Hockey Night. It's all brought to you by Heather Along, partner of Kimmel Carter, your Delaware injury lawyers. Welcome back into Delaware Hockey Night. Presented by Heather A. Long, partner of Kimmel Carter, your Delaware injury lawyers. 2 periods in the books. Wyatt Bolin in the penalty box for another 48 seconds to start the third period. Genesis up 3-1 over the Delaware Junior Blue Hens. Sponsorship opportunities available all season long here on DHN. To learn more, email James at 412communications.com. We'd love to hear from you. Period 3 underway. Morris Osterbrod tries to work up the middle, but gives the puck away to Kinkus at the blue line. Willison returns the volley. This through traffic, icing waved off by Zach Mangan as play enters the Delaware zone. Kinkus could not clear. Willison held the left point. Nolan drop pass to Willison. Stepping up to challenge him, Persileo can't take the puck away. On through traffic, Willison tries to traverse the slot, but Mowbray disrupts his progress, takes the puck from him, rolls it behind the goal, out the far side, off the backhand of Nolan. It stays deep in the Delaware zone. This nearly lofted free. Persileo again turns up the pressure on Willison. Final seconds of the Bolin penalty expire, and Wyatt Bolin joins play directly. Hens back to full strength. Meanwhile, the battle for position and possession continues behind the Delaware goal. Nolan working the near corner, gives it away to Sullivan, doing well to clog up the slot. Sullivan ricochets the puck off the far boards. It takes an awkward bounce. Lugara maintains for Genesis, rifles it in deep again, and a battle for the rebound develops in the near corner rather of the Delaware zone. Line changes tend to draw quite a bit of attention from the AI camera. Manual operation can be a little finicky yet. We continue to work to refine the technology, and we will continue doing so as the season progresses. Locations, tech, a number of other things. And Jackson Persileo issued a roughing minor. Sending Delaware to their first Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill of the third period. Schedule your first cleaning at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. Delaware penalty assessed to number 23, Jackson Persileo. 90 seconds for roughing. Time of the penalty, 2 minutes, 1 second of the third period. Persileo minor for roughing at 2:01. Lugara stripped of the puck by Patel right at the Delaware blue line. It ends up back in neutral territory on the stick of Joseph Sapanka. He can't work it cleanly up the left wing boards to Dunn. Taken away again, this time by Spencer. Junod enters up the near boards, rolls the puck in low. Behind the Delaware goal, Wyatt Gooch plays it out the far side. Couldn't connect cleanly with Wilcox on the attempted breakout feed. It's launched back in to the near corner of the Delaware end. Cleared by Patel again. Corralled at center by Zapanka. Thrown beyond the reach of Parker Dunn up the left wing boards. Puck rolls behind the goal. And Spencer clears again. Giannone absorbs a Sullivan check right in front of the Delaware penalty box. And Zapanka comes in again, taking aim from long range this time. Shot from high in the zone, held on to by Dominic for a pause in play with 12:37 to go in the third period of a 3-1 hockey game. First Genesis shot of the period. Face-off attracts quite a crowd at the far dot. Centering pass, shot, save by Dominic. Ryan Dominic will take a second to get back up on his feet. Play resumes shortly thereafter. Persileo heads right into action after his penalty expires. The other 23, Ryan Aldrich, using his size, strength, speed, and balance at the center of that battle for the puck in the far corner. Comes away with the vulcanized rubber. Looks shot at the top of the left circle. Shot was wide of the near post. Rebound chased for by both sides in the near corner. The 23s converged, and Persileo worked the puck free to Mike Brzezowski. 3-on-2 this Delaware attack. Brzezowski's shot stick checked up in the atmosphere into the pads of Bennett. That one denied for the 20th Delaware shot of the afternoon. Here comes Aldrich the other way. He gets the shot away, collides with Dominic after having his feet taken out from under him, and Justin DeCriscio is going to rule a penalty shot. For Genesis. A penalty shot has been awarded to Genesis number 23, Ryan Aldrich. Aldrich and Dominic. And Ryan Dominic makes the save. .11:41 to go in the third period. Play will restart with Giannone and Bolin squaring off at the near dot of the Delaware zone. The score remains 3-1. That chance in the 5th minute. Ultimately for naught, and Delaware maintains their, or rather Genesis maintains their 2-goal lead. Nolan, under duress, works the puck ahead to Giannone. Spencer holds the right point for the Hens. Heavy traffic just inside the blue line. McCrory, mini 2-on-1. McCrory through the slot. Giannone cut him off at the top of the crease. Solid defensive play from number 14 in green. This puck is chipped clear by Derek Lugara up the near side. Lugara keeps with the puck as it traverses the neutral zone and ends up at the far wall. And the Genesis entry is canceled out by the Delaware back check. Ostrabrod denied by a Kinkus stick check on his way in from the right dot. McCrory flips the puck up the middle to Tanner Kinkus, and here come the Hens through neutral ice. Kinkus angled to the near wall by Lugara and Willison waiting for him just inside the zone. So Kinkus had few options but to dump the puck in. It carried him to the far side, maintained by McCrory for Delaware, given away to Willison. And now Theodore Giannone wrists it from blue line to blue line, and this puck rolls in over the Delaware stripe where Kinkus can't cleanly play it out. He had resistance in the form of Derek Lugara, turning up the forechecking heat right in front of the Delaware bench and working it in behind the goal. Riznichuk, backhand shot through traffic was wide. Rebound chase to the near corner. Riznichuk again. Bolin keeps his eye on him. Shot came from higher in the zone. And Derek Lugara, but another Dominic save denies him with 9:27 to go in the third period. Delaware Hockey Night presented by Heather A. Long, partner of Kimmel Carter, your Delaware injury lawyers. Also brought to you by Limestone Pension Associates, Sid's Barbecue and Jerky, Delaware Trash Can Cleaning, First State Ice Hockey, 412 Communications, and Primo Hoagies of Kennett Square, Pennsylvania. One-on-one, Riznachuk comes barreling in, shot denied by Dominic, crossing from post to stay with him. Hens come the other way. Wilcox flips the puck to Patel, across to Brzezowski. But a stick check on him just inside the Genesis blue line. Breaks up that Delaware attack. Brzezowski fed the puck again. He had more space this time up the right wing boards, at least for a second and a half, before catching up to him was Junod. Follow-up shot from the far corner. Brzezowski couldn't get a good angle to take aim at the net. Higher in the zone, Mowbray just at the point. Far side, caroms the puck in low. It squeaks beyond the reach of Jeet Patel, ends up now at the near half wall where a Gooch backhand gets the puck in deep again. Taken away and walked forward by Dunn. Out over the Genesis line, recovered at center by Brzezowski and wristed in. The Hens' Grant Wilcox lumbers after this puck in the far corner. Can't penetrate net front traffic. This is cleared again as we hit the halfway point of the third period. Delaware trailing Genesis 3-1 from Gold Arena. Delaware 14U single A fans, we won't be with you tomorrow. Our Sunday morning broadcast has been abandoned as we can't be multiple places at once. Kinkus to Mowbray just inside the line. The Mowbray shot was deflected off its target by a Genesis stick in close. Brzezowski follow-up chance. A stick save by Bennett denies him from 12 feet. And Jude Mowbray's back to his own blue line to recover for the Blue Hens. Cross-ice pass pursued by Ian Guarnieri. He's surrounded by green sweaters. Aldrich pushes play back in over the Delaware line momentarily before Kinkus up the near boards again. Turns it the other way. Persileo 2-on-0 with Sullivan. To Sullivan, that pass right on the doorstep evades her reach. Emily Sullivan recovers the puck, tries to walk it back in along the goal line extended. And it comes back near corner to Guarnieri after it was tipped below the goal by a Genesis defender. Kinkus centers again. Lugara lined up a check. Sullivan's backhand shot on the doorstep brings the shots on goal even to 22. But couldn't cut in to the Genesis lead. 6 minutes, 12 seconds to go in regulation. And a puck into the netting brings play to a halt with 6 minutes and 4 seconds to go in the contest. Make a truly all-American meal the centerpiece of your next team event or special occasion. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky at Suite C26 in the Tri-State Industrial Center on Ridge Road in Claymont is open Monday through Saturday for takeaway lunch, or if you'd like to place a catering order, visit sidsbbqandjerky.com. Kinkus at the left point, double-teamed. McCory through a centering pass to Bolin, crashing the net. On the doorstep, Hickman tries to put away the puck. A couple rapid-fire saves from Bennett keeps this a 3-1 hockey game. Bolin again, centers beyond the reach of McCory. Stepping up into the slot was Spencer. His shot was denied. The Kinkus follow-up chance was wide. And another covered puck with 5:13 to go yields another stoppage. Later today on Delaware Hockey Night, we've got the full crew in action for Men's Division I Blue Hens action. The Hens, off the strength of a 6-1 win over Syracuse last night, look to complete a series sweep this afternoon. Game time 5:30 from Fred Rust Arena. Wilcox checked off the puck in the near corner by Zapanka. Genesis clears, Delaware re-enters. Gooch leads a 3-on-2, but a stick check from Kevin Junot at the far dot disrupts him. Wilcox stands on the puck trying to advance it again. Gooch through the slot. Puck intercepted by Junot. Race for it in the near corner. 4.5 minutes to go in regulation. Genesis with a 3-1 lead over the Delaware Junior Blue Hens in this DVHL contest. Mowbray waits for everybody to tag up before re-entering after the Genesis clear. He's bodied down in the far corner, ultimately separated from the puck, and Griffin Nolan lofts this up the far boards beyond center before Wyatt Gooch is able to bring the puck back down. Cross-ice feed beyond the reach of Brzezowski is turned by Zapanka back into the Delaware zone. Mowbray hits Wilcox with a cross-ice pass. Nolan gets in the way to disrupt it. Lofts the puck back in over the Delaware blue line. Race on for it, Jude Mowbray in the near corner. Slaps the puck behind the goal. It caroms out the far half wall where Gooch plays it on or tries to, but Willison holds the zone. Shot saved by Dominic, and he falls on the puck to deny any rebound chances. 3 minutes and 28 seconds to go in the third period. Face-off will come to the right. Of Ryan Dominic. This entry is called back offside. .201 seconds to go. Face-off will be just in front of the Delaware bench. Giannone and Sullivan. Sullivan tries to break through heavy traffic. Osterbrod regains the zone up the near side and shoots for Genesis. Another Dominic stop. 190 seconds remain. Delaware need 2 to tie. The Genesis program well coached from top to bottom. Thanks to goals from Aldrich and Giannone and Riznachok, have established a 3-goal lead. Not a 3-goal lead, a 3-1 lead. Sullivan tries to backhand the puck through traffic, but it was broken up by Willison. Having himself a solid day for potential star honors. The Aldrich shot on the doorstep was wide. Kinkus brings the rebound down in the far corner of the Delaware end. And Sullivan walks this puck up the middle. Dishes it to Bolin. 3-on-3, the Delaware entry. Bolin blue attire. Loose puck pushed back into neutral ice by Zapanka. Bolin tags up. Mowbray absorbs a heavy check right at the blue line. Loses the puck to Giannone. Here's a 2-on-2 for Genesis. Giannone opens fire from the right half wall. High and wide, that shot rolls to the far side, and Caden McCory clears it out for the Hens. This will come back an icing with 100 seconds to go in the third. And Delaware will take their timeout. Timeout, Delaware. Our thanks to you all joining us from wherever you may be on this Saturday afternoon. Full broadcast schedule, as always, available at dehockeynight.com. As mentioned later today, it will be the University of Delaware men's Division I team taking on Syracuse. Airtime 5:15, game time 5:30 from beautiful Fred Rust Arena. As always, we encourage you to stick around until after the game concludes. For the announcement of the 3 stars of the game presented by Sid's Barbecue and Jerky. Timeout has concluded. Hens drawing up their play in the sand for whenever they're able to escape their zone and consider subbing in an extra attacker in the position of Ryan Dominic. McCrory causing disruption mid-zone. Gooch can't walk the puck forward. However, up the right wing boards, McCrory does. He lost it at the blue line, though. Dominic hustles off. Extra attacker is on. 80 seconds to go. Spencer wrists the puck over the stick of Nolan in behind the Genesis goal. McCrory, Spencer, Bolin, Sullivan, Kinkus, Gooch are the 6 for Delaware. Spencer in the near corner rolls the puck low. 1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute. Taken away by Nolan at the far half wall. McCrory reaches in. Now Spencer walks forward. Shot. Popped up in the air. Looked like that might have gone into the netting, but no, it stays in play off Bennett's waffle board. Thrown back into the slot. Batted down by Gavin Osterbrod. He returns the puck to the near corner where Riznichok is surrounded by white sweaters and can't clear it. Battle continues in the near corner. Half a minute to go. In regulation, Genesis with a 3-1 lead. Kinkus could not hold the near point. Riznichok past him, lines up a shot. It is wide of the post, ricochets off the backboards. Nolan far side, challenged by Sullivan. Hens in some hot water now with 10 seconds to go. The 3-1 Genesis win, inevitable at this point, as a puck paddle develops at the far boards. Mid-zone, a 3-a-side scrum. The horn sounds before the puck can move. And that, friends, will do it. The final score. Genesis Hockey Club 3. Delaware Blue Hens 1. Final shots on goal. Genesis 24, Delaware 25. It's time for the Sid's 3 stars of the game presented by Sid's Barbecue and Jerky. Today's 3rd star for Delaware with a goal, number 48, Caden McCrory. The 2nd star for Genesis, number 96, Declan Willison. And the number 1 star with a goal for Genesis, number 23, Ryan Aldrich. So that will do it for us from Delaware Hockey Night. We'll be back at it at 5:30 p.m. as the Delaware Men's Division I team takes on Syracuse from Fred Rust Arena. For the whole crew, this is James Witherite signing off. Thanks for your company this afternoon. We'll do it all again soon. One last time, the final score, Genesis 3, Delaware 1. Good night from Gold Arena.